Welcome to Soccer As We Like It, the Man United direction. And today we are joined by the UK crew, starting with Kay, the smiley one. Kay, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And we have the painter, the designer, the one and only, the troublemaker. Very cheeky
What
man.
do you mean, troublemaker?
Vimal.
How you doing, guys?
Good.
Good.
How are you? You all right? Right.
Very
We've
good.
had a lot going on, a lot of rumors, everyone's been linked to United so far, but there's not been any big names. But maybe this is a good way to handle things. Okay. Yeah. You say use a different background. So we had the FAU final, United's 11th trophy in the youth final. They won it 11 times. There's a guy who stood out, a guy called Alejandro. They call him the next Ronaldo. He wears number 11. But some fans kept saying he's so selfish, just like his idol, which I found a bit rough.
Yeah.
So let's quickly go for the players who United are planning to. Currently, it's Frank de Jong. Where are we with this? Kay, any update, do you think?
Sorry, again, sorry.
The Barcelona guy who Man United they say he's the best. Frankie de Jong.
Oh,
De Jong.
I can't see it happening personally. I just think because we're not in the Champions League, and to be honest, we've ruined a lot of careers. Like for him to go, Barca on the way up, we're on the way. We've just come from the way down. We don't know if we're gonna come up or we're gonna stagnate and go flat. It's whether Barca want to sell him or push him out for me, or financially if they need to get rid of him. But I can't see it really happening personally. If I was him personally, I wouldn't leave Barca because of Man United.
Vimo, your take on the Frankie de Jong?
Yeah, I mean, we're linked with a lot of players, but with Barcelona, because that club is in some serious debt, they're saying that anyone earning over 250,000 euros a week will be let go. And I think they're going to be focusing on younger talent. They were saying the midfield is was it Javi or some other dude? There's two guys which Javi has two young midfielders there at the moment. He said he's happy with. Because De Jong is on 350, he's a little bit too costly for them because Barcelona have got some serious debt. And so they would be looking to offload the expensive players.
Yeah, we're going to pick up the 350,000 a week as well.
Yeah, we would have to pick it up. And they're looking to let go of Gerard Piqué as well, because he's a quite expensive player too. So
I think his legs are gone. I don't think he.
Yeah, we don't want him. No, we don't want him. De Jong is, I think, is 24, right? 24 years old, right? I think it's that age. So if he was to be released, or they're going to look at offers. Depends how much we can get him for. I think he would be a good addition to our midfield. And Ajax, he used to play for them before, and he knows Ten Hag very well. So he would help implement that new style of football. Whether we get him or not, who knows? But I know Ten Hag's going to be looking to work with players that he knows that can implement his style of football. Yeah, and midfield, as you know, it's probably the most important area. For us, anyway, at the moment.
Any update on the Busami? What's the guy from Brighton?
Bissouma.
Any update on that? Is he looking? Does he want to leave Brighton and come to United as a CDM? It's a CDM, isn't he?
He's a brilliant CDM.
Do you guys rate him? Do you guys rate him?
I think he's good. Every time he plays for Brighton, that guy's
plays for
tough.
Brighton. You said plays for Brighton.
Yeah. And the ones that beat us 4-0. But he's a tough CDM, man. When he gets that ball, he creates stuff. He can produce stuff. He can pass the ball well. I think he's pretty good. What do you think, Kay?
Yeah, I think he's a good player. Whether he can step up, I say step up in a way that we're not where we used to be. But everything's got to be right when a player comes to Man United. As we've seen, a lot of players have come to United and everything's gone wrong because a lot of stuff's not in the right place. So I think we need a lot of stability. So whoever we bring in, we need them to be there for a little while. None of this in for 1 or 2 seasons, bringing someone else.
Exactly.
I don't know. And we're just going to be held to ransom. Everyone knows United are desperate. We've got money. So it's just We just need to make sure we find some hidden gems and try and buy the players before they become stars, not just picking up all these players that have done it and are on the decline.
Right. What? So Bissouma, you would take Vimo? Yes? No?
I'd take him. You know, if we could get Neves, I'd take Neves.
Who's a better player, Bissouma or Neves?
I like Neves.
Okay.
I think I prefer Neves because that guy, he's pretty fast. He links up with creative midfield. He creates a lot himself as well. And you know, we've seen him. He pretty much takes apart our team all the time. And you know, that guy provides a lot of service to the guys up front. I would take Neves. But you know, it depends on how much expenditure Ten Hag gets, and how many players he needs to target. I think Neves is a quality finished article.
Okay, Bissouma or Neves?
Yeah, I'd go with Neves too. I think he's a bit more cultured. He's very experienced. I think he just fits what we would, where we want to go with Ten Hag. Whereas Bissouma's good. I think he would have been very good for like a Jose team or an Oli team. But I think the way we want to go, I think Neves just a bit easier on the eye and a bit more. Yeah, I think he's with Ten Hag. I think he's a bit more of a Ten Hag player.
Right. Okay. Right. In reference to that, if we're gonna get them players, how many are we actually? Does anyone have an actual figure of how many players are actually leaving? As in, we know guaranteed they're out, because sometimes they say, oh, they're gonna be shipped out. We're not keeping half. So, Kay, could you tell me how many players guaranteed are out that door?
I think at the moment, there's 5 that are definitely leaving. 5.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, definitely. So we got Lingard's going to go. Matic is going to go. Lee Grant.
Who else
did I say? Mata.
4.
And Pogba.
5.
Yeah. But I think
don't forget Cavani.
Oh, 6 then, yeah.
6. Okay, numbers are going up. 6. Yeah. Vimo, let's go. What you got?
For who's leaving?
Yes. Guaranteed to leave, not the one like, oh, we're gonna give you a coaching role, you could do a player manager or whatever, that nonsense they keep doing, and you can end up in the retirement home.
Well, Phil Jones then, I guess.
You think Phil Jones is gonna leave this summer?
Yeah.
You think so?
Well, I can't see how Ten Hag would utilize him. You know,
what did he just sign? A 5-year deal, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no one's going to take him.
No one's going to take him.
Because how much would they have to pay for him, would you say?
How much would people... I think Newcastle might come for him. Or is it Newcastle that are going to go for Maguire? Because they need a centre-back, don't they?
Yeah, they say Chelsea want Maguire as well, but I think
Chelsea want Maguire. Mate, that's some jokes going around, isn't it? Just having a laugh.
Sometimes I believe in it, though. Sometimes I actually believe it. That Chelsea want Maguire, I'm like, come on, mate.
Chelsea want Maguire.
Yeah. Mate, they would go mid-table if
mid-table, mate, easily. That'll be difficult. I think by Christmas they'll be mid-table, fighting the bottom by mid-table by Christmas. So, what are your players who you think are definitely going to be more? Definitely.
Well, apart from the ones that have, contracts are finished, I reckon potentially Phil Jones, Eric Bailly, Wan-Bissaka. I did mention before that Ten Hag doesn't really like Wan-Bissaka because he doesn't have that type of. No, but did you see that on Twitter? They're saying that Manchester United are listening to offers for Wan-Bissaka.
No, I never saw that. Really?
Yeah, it was out there. Yeah, some journos put it out there saying that Manchester United have put the feelers out there that look, they're open to offers for Wan-Bissaka because he doesn't fit the profile of that attacking fullback.
So does Delo fit the profile?
More than Wan-Bissaka, yeah, we can see that, yeah. So there's potential that if we get a good price for him, maybe even if we take a slight loss, I think he could go.
35 million for him, I'll let him out.
Yeah, I don't hear them asking for offers for Maguire, They haven't said anything like that. So
80 million.
maybe
They're not
8
gonna
million.
sell it.
I think United will probably get 55 current market.
Nah, not
COVID
that.
price, man. COVID price,
35.
8 million COVID price.
No way. They would rather keep him. I think he's worth max. Currently, at the moment, I think he's worth 50, just being British, and I'm being kind. 30, no more than 35 million, give or take. But they're going to push the price up, you know, English captain, English leader, this and that, and try and get 55. Now, with United being linked to players, certain players need to go. We need to get rid of the Deadwood. Jesse Lingard, I hope they're not thinking of giving a new contract. I really hope that they're going to let him go. Then I was going to ask you, where does Martial come into all of this? Okay.
For me, because how long's Martial got left? 2 years, 3 years?
2 years.
I think it's going to be. What I heard was, I don't know how true this is, that United have got some clause in the contract that basically if they sell him, they've basically got to pay like that close to 50 or maybe 60% of his wage, like a sell-on clause. Not his wage, sorry, a sell-on clause. So I think that's why United have been reluctant to sell him.
Oh wow!
So I can only really see him going on loan again. You know, like what who is it used to do it all the time? They had all these players on big wages and they just loaned them out. That's what I could feel doing. Like getting a loan fee. Chelsea used to do it a lot with their up and coming players, all the players out on the street. But we're doing it with our Deadwood. That played a lot of first team. But yeah, I think they're just gonna try and get a loan fee and reduce the wage bill in that way. Maybe contribute a bit.
Then you have the guy Rangers. What's his name? Ahmed.
Diallo.
Yeah.
Diallo, that's the one.
They have Pelistri. You have Pereira. We've got some people coming back.
Yeah.
A lot of
Chong.
Who?
Oh,
Chong.
Yeah. Chong, I don't see him as a first team player.
No, I don't.
I don't know.
Brandon Williams coming back.
Oh, damn. There's so many of them.
We've got so much players that are not good enough.
Squad players. Amad Diallo is a good player. Pelistri is apparently also a very good player, but they're really small guys.
Yeah.
And, you know, with the aggressive style of Ten Hag, I don't know if these guys can live up to first team football because they're little kids, really. You know, unless they have a massive growth spurt in the next year or two, I think they're going to find it tough in the Premier League.
Remember when we had, what was that skillful small guy who was a relative of Nani? What's his name now?
Anderson.
No, he's smaller than Anderson, actually.
Oh, I remember Nani's cousin. Oh, what was his name? He wasn't physical enough, though, was he?
No, he wasn't physical, very skillful.
Oh, no.
Not the two brothers, Fabio and
No. He was.
Did he play for Man United?
He couldn't get to the
Angel Gomez.
Angel Gomez.
Yes.
He was a good player.
Yeah. Could not fit in, too small.
Yeah, he's too small.
But you say
unless they have a mini league.
What do you say, Kay?
I'm saying like people like Foden and players like that are small. It's just the way you've got to play a certain style of football. It's like Matt's not a big physique, but he thrives. You just got to play quick football, quick pass and move, make angles. Just which hopefully that's the way we're going.
But Foden plays quite tough, doesn't he? He's quite aggressive.
He's not a small guy. He's not a big guy.
No, he's not a big guy, not small, but he's quite aggressive with his tackles. You see him really get stuck in there.
Right. I remember when England played Scotland, this Scottish guy tackled. He went flying in the mid-air like, God dang, that was a bit harsh.
Do you remember when we played them? He just shoved Wan-Bissaka off the ball.
Yes.
He won it off him. Do you remember? So
I thought that was embarrassing. Like, really, bro?
Yeah.
But you know what it is? He's a council estate kid, isn't he? You know when you grow up on a council estate, them footballers are quite tough anyway.
They're tough as nails.
They're not really pushovers. Yeah.
That's why Rooney was so tough as well. They used to have some real brutal football, kicking each other in the legs. Just come away with, smashed in shins and stuff like that. Yeah, he told me in his documentary. He said he played some tough football growing up in the council estate.
Back in Everton.
Maybe we need to send some scouts to the council estates
We got Pereira. You guys remember we got Pereira coming back from Flamingo.
Oh, forget him. He needs to go. He never really shunned, did he, in that team ever? It was just an average player.
He's an attacking midfielder, right? Attacking, right?
He's more suited to the wings, to be honest. In the Prem, he's not physical and good enough in the middle of the pitch.
We really have some bad players. I'll tell you, we have too many. Because when you bring out the current squad, then you bring all the people back from the loan. It's like, where does Ten Hag start with this?
Yeah.
You know what's going to be interesting when they come in? Because I heard they're coming in early when they do all the fitness. I think we're going to be shocked. Yeah, we'll be shocked by what players are actually going to be in the pre-season, because I think he's going to look at the fitness level, and once that ain't up to it, he's going to dash them out. So I think there might be a few shocks in who he actually keeps.
Right. Have you guys? Yeah, go on.
It's like a first day at school, isn't it? With a new manager.
New
Everyone
teacher.
wants to impress. Yeah. So.
Have any of you heard about has he approved? It's been approved. Has he officially certified and stamped, rubber stamped, that he's getting Steve McLaren and what's his name there as his backup coach, as his coach?
Oh yeah.
Has it been
it's not official yet, but it's accredited sources. Like the good sources that said it, but it's not signed off yet.
What do you guys think of Steve McLaren? Vimo?
He's an okay coach. He did the England job for a little while, but I just wonder if
they used to call him a Wally with a brolly.
Yeah, but I just think, he's a little bit old now. The thing is, the first team, sort of the assistant manager coach, he needs to really have some kind of dominance in that dressing room to support Ten Hag. And I don't know if he's too old now to do that, because this dressing room is quite messed up.
Yeah,
I think you need someone that's going to really be able to, to fuse that squad together again. I'm not sure if he can do it now.
Right.
It's quite a tough, demanding job. Maybe he's a little bit over the hill.
He was Alex Ferguson's assistant in the 1999 treble winning team.
Yeah. But I mean, we had, Phil the Wi-Fi man. I mean, he didn't have any luck, did he?
I had to think like, Phil the Wi-Fi. That's just cold, mate. That's bloody cold. I had like, Phil the Wi-Fi, who's he? Like Accrington, Stanley, who are they?
So isn't it Van der Gogh that's coming in?
Yes. How good is that guy? How good is this guy?
Well, I mean, I think Ten Hag rates him a lot. You know, and if you've had success with a certain member of staff or staffs, you would want to stick with them, right? Like if you could, jump ship to another company and these guys got your back.
Ajax allowing this to happen? Ajax allowing him to take a move?
I think it's more likely to happen. Yeah.
Right. That's fine. Because apparently Steve McLaren, when he went to Holland, I think his first season there, he won the league title that season, and Ten Hag was his assistant. Could you know? So now it's going to be the reverse, kind of. If that makes sense. But that was like 15 years ago. Football has changed, as we all know. Right. So I mean, Steve McLaren. I mean, he didn't do a great job. England job. I mean, the press kicked him out. English press. Yeah. They're hard on England managers.
Yeah.
Wally with the brolly. They made his life a misery, just like they
did.
Who remembers Graham Taylor? Do I not like that? Do you remember that?
Oh, wasn't it Turnip one?
Yeah,
Turnip Day or something.
May he so rest in peace. He went for a lot. They hounded him out that job.
The England job they're just so open to criticism.
Yeah,
they really, you do badly in a tournament, mate, you're going to get slated.
You might as well just not come back for a while.
Yeah,
stay over.
Yeah.
Let the fuse die down. But they'll be waiting. Right, let's shift gears and go to the FAU final. A guy called
Alejandro.
What have you guys? Did you guys? Any of you watch the game?
Yeah, I watched it.
Okay, did you watch it?
Yeah, a little bit of it. I didn't watch too much. I was watching.
I mean, he seems well put together. Seems like a guy. He looked confident. I mean, that wasn't a penalty. That contact was way out of the box. That was bad refereeing. I don't know. They don't use VAR in FAU finals? Because that was definitely out the penalty. That was a free kick, not a penalty. and he stepped up with confidence. He's actually feels it's the way he does. It's the way he breathes. It's just like Ronaldo breathing. Like I said, this guy literally must be. You know, he did the sui. He did all that when he scored, and then his second goal. Did you see the second goal he scored? That was beautiful. He cut in left, cut in right, button. You know, took the defenders and scored. People said, "Oh, he should have passed it. Why is he playing selfish?" I think let the guy express himself. Giggs used to be like that back in the youth days. You know, that's how we saw how skillful he was because he used to, you know, take on, you know, express yourself. If you don't express yourself at this level, when are you going to express yourself?
Exactly.
So, what did you guys think of that team? Was there any standout players for UK?
There's some good players, but like people don't realise that was the under 18s, wasn't it?
Mm.
Like they still need to break through to the reserves and then the first team. Like I was saying this to someone the other day that basically players like Ryan Giggs were playing in the first team at 17. That's how good they were. Like how many of these players are anywhere near the first team? As bad as we are now. Remember Man United back then?
Yeah, there was no under 23s then. There was no under 23s then. Remember,
yeah, it was just reserves. It's reserves. Yeah. But Giggs went from the reserves at 17 straight to the first team, playing, not even just on the bench. He was actually playing. So,
and he got burnt out quick. He got burnt out quick. I remember the 92 season when we tried to fight the rest of the league title against Leeds United. By the time we got to the final 5 games, we were burnt out completely. Literally, we had the squad was so thin. We had in Chelsea.
You got to manage the games. You got to manage these youth players' games as well. Look at what Pep did with Foden. Everyone's like, "Oh, he needs to play." Even people saying he needs to leave to play regular first team football, but looks like Pep's done it the right way. Like, look at Foden now; he's making a difference.
See what I mean? So what you saw in that game? Happy congratulations to the FAU team, the 11th FAU final. They won. There's no player that I think can just go straight into this first team like the way Van Giggs went. Not yet.
You there, Vim?
Sorry, was that a question to me?
Yes.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay, so I did watch the FA Cup Youth final, and I thought it was a very good team. And it was a team that played like the first team should be playing. You know, they worked as a unit. They didn't panic under pressure. They were out-muscled now and then. You know, Notts Forest were quite tough, physical on them, but they didn't fluster. They kept their heads, and they got back together as a team. I think there was a lot of standout players throughout the team. Obviously, Garnacho does get the limelight because he picked up the goal. He did a lovely chop left, chop right, and took a strike. How old is Garnacho? 17 years old?
Yes.
Yeah, he might be too young to break into the first team just now, but he's I think he's going to be signing a new contract, so they want to keep him at the club. This guy's a real shining star, and there was a bit of reminiscing of Ryan Giggs in terms of the way he played. He, as you say, expresses himself.
Is he left-footed, right-footed?
Yeah, I think he's left-footed, right?
Right-footed. It took the penalty with the right foot.
He took the penalty with his right. Okay, so that's a leading foot. But then he took the strike with his left foot.
No, right foot, because he cut back in onto his right foot.
The other goal was his left foot.
That's what I mean. Yeah, when he did the chop.
His left. Yeah, he cut
back
his left.
Yeah. No, he chopped right and he chopped left.
It was on the left side. He chopped right and then left. Yeah, and then shot and then he deflected in. 100%.
Are you sure? Because I saw him
100%.
chop left, chop right, then back to his right foot. Then he took it to that. It took the ball that way. I'll look at it.
Definitely shot with his left.
Watch it again. But I mean, they put him on the left for a reason. Maybe they want him to cut in like Rashford.
Sancho.
Or Sancho. Yeah. But
and it wasn't even a clean strike with his left. It's like if you watch it, he scuffed it.
Yeah, it was a deflection.
Okay.
But it's the way that he put players onto the floor, or almost, and the composure. Some of our players, when they get to that 12 yards box, they just strike or panic or give the ball away or do a stupid pass. This guy was holding up the ball. He's taking on players. He's completely composed and he's confident.
Right. People said he was selfish. I was looking at people online like, really? Why? I'm just hating on him so early. Oh, he's as selfish as his idol. I thought not again.
The thing is, he was pressing as well. He pressed to win that penalty. Although it wasn't a real penalty, he pressed. And the whole team were pressing together. And I don't know if you also noticed as well, under pressure, this team played really well. When they got the ball and Notts were on them, they coped under pressure. They did not fluff it and give the ball away like Fred would do, or McTominay would do, or various others would do. You know, even like Wan-Bissaka, he can't even do a simple pass to another guy and teammate. He just gives the ball away. These boys, they cope well under pressure. You know, Notts Forest are onto them. Yeah. They take a little dribble. They create some space and they find a pass. These boys play well. And I think, if we can take that into the first team, reserves and first team, I think we've got a good team for the future. Right. Far more impressive than what I've seen whole season with our first team squad.
That's a mess, mate.
So
that's embarrassing. I mean, they played well. Like you said, under pressure, they played well.
Yeah,
they played
and
very
the
well.
other guy, is it Manu? He's a good
CDM. He was good CDM.
Yeah, so there's a lot of good players there. I wish we can, accelerate them quickly to our first team, because I think Ten Hag would like this. Who's Donny Burner?
I have no clue who that is.
Hey, Burner.
The Soul Man, the Peacemaker, welcome to the show.
Are we seeing a statue or something, or is it?
Hello. Welcome to Manchester United.
Wow. Are you in a new studio?
No, I'm just upstairs.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, we can't mention where he is. It's in a secret location. Right. So, how are you, mate? You good?
Doing good.
Old Trafford.
How's it going?
Not bad.
Yeah, right.
We talked about the transfers. We talked about the FAU final. Did you see the FAU final?
I unfortunately was not able to get away.
Right.
It's weekend, so I saw the highlights. It looked good. Right. I was looking at the foot mob where it's like it doesn't show the game, but it shows the play. And it's like a graphical representation of what's happening. It lets you know who's passing the ball or whatever. So I just watch it that way.
Right. There's a standout guy called Vimo. Tell us, what's the guy's name again? Haranacho.
Yeah, Alejandro.
Yeah. He wears number 11. Quite
Alejandro Garnacho.
Yes,
that's the one.
Quite quick. He plays like a young Giggs. They say he's the new Ronaldo. What do you think?
Oh, he's the new Giggs.
Not even close. I like Hannibal better than Garnacho. I've only seen.
Good, huh? Yeah.
Let's. I mean. Man, these guys don't waste no damn time, man.
They actually called him selfish, like like Ronaldo. They say he doesn't want to pass. I said, God damn it! Already,
I don't care if you don't pass. Just as long as if you're gonna hold on to the ball, you better do something with it. That's all I care about. Yeah. You're there to score, and if you're not gonna pass, you're not there to pass. You know what I mean? If you're a midfielder, you're there to pass. So you can't be a midfielder and be a bad passer. But if you're gonna be a forward, you need to put the ball in the back of the net. And as long as you're doing that. And you can do whatever you can slap whoever you want. Just put the ball in the back of the net.
End of story.
Before.
Right. I told you this, so man. He just goes straight to the point. He don't care.
Yeah. I mean, I don't care. And I'm at that level right now, man. But yeah, it's way too early for that. I need to see way more games. I know he was kind of expensive. I think we paid like what, $300-400K for him.
Yes.
I get it, but let's stop doing this with our youths, man. Let's stop giving them. It's almost as if it's done on purpose, just so the newspapers can laugh at us, because they're the ones setting these expectations for these teenagers, these kids, and then when they don't succeed, that why you think they go through mental issues and stuff. Just let the kid, just let the kid do his thing.
Exactly.
Man. Just let the kid do his thing.
Right.
Half of that squad is going to be non-league anyway. Don't mean to be harsh, but you already know how it goes.
That is true, though. It's true.
Think about it.
No more than 5 will actually end up being Man United players. If that's pushing it.
If we go back to the last squad, was it 2002? The last squad that won this tournament. If you look at that roster, if you can just think off the top of your head, if any of them or most, if you can say, do you think half of them are still playing professionally, top flight football?
No.
Or you know what I mean? So let's not get carried away, folks.
Yeah.
It was a great positive thing that happened to the club. You know that with everything that happened this year,
this season, yeah.
At least. But I'm not gonna get carried away. I was very happy to see those kids give the. I want to be like. I would like to imagine that they maybe motivated some of the senior players. It's like, hey, look at what it looks like to for somebody in a United jersey to lift up a trophy. Like, damn, we couldn't do that, and we get paid how much?
Exactly.
So, yeah, it is what it is.
Right, you got a lot of transfer rumors. We talk about Frank de Jong coming from Barca. What's your take on that, Joe?
To me, that seems like a legacy United mistake, like a legacy United decision. Frank de Jong is expensive as shit, and he's not blasting all cylinders at Barcelona to the point where they're worried he's gonna lower himself in value, so they're trying to offload him. Why would they offload him to us? Why would we want somebody that's not working out at La Liga? You know what I mean? So if he's gonna come here, I'm gonna need a massive pay cut. No.
350
massive
a week.
Pay cut. 350 a week. That's insane. That's insane. That it's insane. That is the same kind of mistake that's gonna cause the same issues that we've been having over the last 8-9 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna blow up the pay scale, the pay structure, because if he doesn't perform, he's gonna look like another Bruno. He's gonna look like another Pogba. He's gonna look like another Jesse Jones. Who else? Who else is on big money?
Martial.
Well, Maguire, of course. Martial, Shaw. So how about bring him in, right? We'll tell him, okay, you show up, you get this amount. You perform, you show out. Next season, you get your money. That's it. Just show us what you got, right? We need to at least see he can physically handle the Premier League before we start giving him all that money. Come on now.
The Brighton CDM.
Said it what?
The Brighton CDM, Bissima. Do you like him? Do you want him at United?
I'm not. I don't think I've kept up with that particular rumor. But is he more of a speedy center back?
Vimo, what was your take when you saw him?
He's a very physical CDM, but he's also good on the ball. He distributes well, and he's all over the pitch, tackling, chopping at people. He's quite aggressive.
Is he British or is he a foreigner?
Oh, foreigner.
Okay. I fucks with it because I know it's not going to cost the arm and a leg. I know it's not going to cost the arm and a leg.
We always pay a premium for these guys when they come to Man U.
But there's like, okay, so in New York, right? We have federal tax, we have state tax, we have city tax, right?
Yeah.
When you sign somebody in United, you got your British tax, you have your Premier League tax, and you get your
Man United tax.
And the Man United tax. So if we can knock off a couple of those, I'll be fine.
I know, right? So with United, so we also asked everyone, Joe, give me 5 or 6 players that are guaranteed to leave, whereby there's no way they're gonna say you can stay, we're gonna offer you another contract, that are out the door.
Oh, but better still, Tim, because we know who's leaving. Joe, who do you think, in addition to those 5 that have coming to an end of contract, who else would leave, do you think?
Who are the ones that were coming in a contract? You got Lingard, Pogba, Matic,
Cavani,
Lee Grant.
Yeah.
Can't believe we even talking about Lee Grant. Yo, Lee Grant's parents must wake up and see him on the pitch. It's like, hey, honey, Lee's still playing for United? I didn't know that.
Is he playing for United?
I have no clue, mate.
Just, come on, man.
It's a bench warmer.
Okay, Mata needs to go. Obviously, Greenwood's off the books. We save some money there.
Is he? Isn't he coming back?
If this team doesn't have a stipulation in these players' contracts that if you show up to be rapey, that nullifies your contract, Man, come on, man. We can't get that right. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Okay, just don't kill or rape anyone, and you can stay in Manchester. I mean, what are we talking about here?
Yeah, but the thing is, his bail has been extended, so he's not proven guilty just yet. So I guess he's still in limbo at the moment. And if he's found to be acquitted, then he's got a clean slate, hasn't he? Almost.
No,
kinda.
Hell, in this day and age.
Yeah, I know, but if it's found, and barristers are quite clever these days. They can say, well, she made a lot of it up, and she can agree to some of it for a bit of cash. Perhaps, who knows what can happen?
The only way I will allow for Greenwood to come back into this lineup is for her to make a public statement saying that she lied.
Yeah,
anything other than
withdraws,
that means she got paid, and that does not mean that he did not do the crime. It just means they swept it under the rug. It is the crime, not the conviction, that is keeping him off the team. It is the crime, not the conviction.
Not the conviction. He hasn't been convicted yet. That's true.
Yeah, but remember when Ronaldo got accused of rape? He got set up by the court. Like,
we're not talking about that. We're not talking about that.
It'll get dropped. I think it'll get settled by the court.
It'll probably get dropped. But but you know what? If there was a tape, I think I would feel the same way. If there was pictures, I think I would feel the same way about Ronaldo. Ain't nobody that good. But then again, maybe Ronaldo is though. Anyway.
That was back in 2000. Social media wasn't like this then. See what I mean?
Yeah.
So you gotta remember this is his missus, so she's gonna have chance to do evidence. Whereas Ronaldo is probably like a one night stand or something.
Yeah.
There's definitely less likely to be evidence, isn't it?
And the thing is, like, the Ronaldo thing kind of feels like like that Kevin Hart. You know, kind sometimes celebrities, they fuck up 10, 15 years ago, and then they apologize for it. And then like, but somebody just, people are just going to keep bringing it up over and over because they want to sell clicks. And, it is what it is. Right. If he was acquitted, we need as a society, a global society, to allow people to just move on with their lives, even if they did some fucked up shit. As long as they paid for it or whatever, let them move on with their lives.
That same thing happened to Kevin Hart one time when he had the one situation in one. I remember that.
Yo, tell me why, like, Kevin Hart got the situation, right? But you got fucking Jada Pinkett Smith. I'm not even gonna get into that, man. I'm not even gonna get into that.
So Joe, who else do you think is leaving? Apart from
I can name a few that I would like to leave.
To leave. Will they be leaving?
I would like for us to offload at least Fred or McTominay.
Not happening.
Right?
I know that happening.
I would like for us to. Who else is there? Other than that, Lindelof has to stay. Bailly has to go. If we even thinking about getting another center back, we need to rescue this guy's career. We need to, just be respectful, man. Don't just keep the guy over here and. The person that re-signed his contract when he was trying to leave is no longer here, so let the guy leave. Who else?
Cavani.
Okay, Cavani can go. Once he started down in
Phil
tools for Uruguay, Phil Jones definitely, he should have been gone.
Lingard
now. Lingard's definitely gone.
Martial.
I would give Martial a chance depending on what we're looking like as far as getting a forward. If we don't get a younger forward to complement Ronaldo for what it's going to look like the Conference League, we have to keep Martial.
Pelistri.
Pelistri's got to go. We can't keep both of them. Either Pelistri or Ahmad has to go. We can't keep both of them.
Right.
And
Pereira.
Wait, Pereira's still on the books?
Yes, he is. He went on loan to Flamengo. He's coming back. He went to Flamengo, Brazil.
He's coming back?
Yeah.
Oh. Man. No, they just need to pay him out. Just pay him out. Just give him money and just tell him, it's called a waiver. Just waive him.
Yeah.
Doesn't Flamenco want him?
No, they don't want to pay the money for him.
They don't want to pay the money,
Because of COVID as well, isn't it? Everyone's struggling with wages and salaries and stuff, isn't it?
What do they don't want to pay the wages, or they don't want to pay the fee to buy him?
The fee as well, because obviously he's got, I think, maybe a year or two left.
It can't be worth that much, can it?
Pereira's not still on the books, mate.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Why would you loan one of your players out to a team that can't afford him?
Maybe do a swap deal or something.
To get off the wage bill. The loan them to get the wages off the books, isn't it?
Yeah. Maybe do a swap deal. I'm sure there's some good players in Flamengo that we could take.
There
maybe
must be
centre
one.
back.
Come on.
There must whoever is their starting central midfielder, box-to-box midfielder over Pereira.
But it's hard, isn't it? Work permits for British clubs to get work permits for Brazilians, especially youngsters. It's hard to get work permits for them, to be honest. Since Brexit as well.
Wait. What is going on here? This is a sport that has been established for over 100 years, centuries, right? Why don't we have a streamlined immigration policy when it comes to international players? I mean, this is something you're bringing people in that is making money for the country, right? If you get a big star, you come in, you'll sell tickets, you sell shirts. You know what? I mean, what needs to happen for these guys? Because on the corporate side, people go abroad all the time, right?
Yeah.
But the corporate guys, they know exactly who to call at the government. They streamline that shit. You think if Bill Gates wanted to go work in England for another 10 years, he's gonna be waiting on immigration? No, come on. Let's just I don't the immigration policy. I think sometimes it's just used as a tool to just be silly, you know. But
you know what it is, Joe? Like a lot of clubs are abusing it. So there was, remember when we signed the Silver Twins? They weren't even 16 when we signed them.
Yeah.
It's almost like child trafficking in a way for football. They're trying to pick up kids, and it's almost like a lot of the kids they're picking up just on the whim of hopefully them doing well. A lot of them haven't even got a pathway into the team. Like Chelsea were the worst for that. They'll pick up all the youngest, best players everywhere. And I remember at one time they had over almost 30 players on loan.
Yeah, I remember that.
That many players that they were just loaning them out and getting a loan fee. It was like almost like a business model. They were making money off their loans, and it was like a way of.
Okay, I could see that. Okay, so then how about we just allot each team a certain amount of visas for underage kids? You get 5. Boom. That way you can't abuse it.
Then we have the winger from Birmingham.
Say that again.
We have the winger from Birmingham.
Steve Chong.
Wait.
Leave Chong.
He's still on the books. Yeah. Well, are you guys about to tell me Yanazai is still on the books too?
But do you know why a lot of those players got new contracts? I was watching something today. They were saying that basically, because we kept renewing, it was almost like an automatic renewal because it affected they were seen as assets, and that made the stock price. It was to do with the stock market prices. So it was all for financial reasons. If we had those players, they were seen as an asset, and it raises the price of the stock and the club. So that's why they were renewing it. It wasn't for football reasons. It was for financial reasons. That's why Phil Jones got a 5-year deal. All these players are getting deals left, right, and centre. Like Maguire got a new one. What did he get? Like a 5-year deal recently. Like it's
that's madness.
In all the years, 5-year deal when you've been a shambles. He's what, 29 now? Like what happened to
him? Got a 5-year deal?
I think it was like a 5-year deal.
Who got a 5-year deal?
It was a ridiculous.
Jones.
Yeah, it was like
Phil Jones.
It was ridiculous. I remember when that happened. We were like,
no, Maguire. They were talking about giving Maguire a 5-year deal recently as well. I don't know if it went through.
Shambolic.
Yeah. I heard they wanted to give Maguire a 5-year deal. I think they're still going to put it on the table.
What the hell for?
Exactly.
Why would you give him 5 years?
Exactly. It's just stupid. Rashford is looking for another 3-year contract. I'm like,
no, Rashford, bro.
For another 3, he's on 250. He's on 205. He's looking to go to 300 a week for playing.
You know what that is, Tim? Because De Gea is so high.
Yeah.
These players are like, how's the keeper getting more than all of us? And he's on. De Gea's on like 375 a week.
Yeah.
Okay, so out of all the times Rashford has played, Rashford has never single-handedly kept us in the league.
Yeah.
David De Gea has done that multiple years. Like,
but for a keeper to be a high-paid player, that's unheard of in football.
Well, it's easy to fix that. Play so well right? Then somebody will give you those wages, right? Like De Gea obviously got those wages because he was playing out of his mind.
Yeah.
So the model is if you play out of your mind, say what?
You know why De Gea got that deal? Remember the fax machine?
The fax machine? Yes.
Yeah, the club messed him up obviously, and he wasn't happy. Remember, he didn't play for a while because obviously they were saying like he's not fit to play. I believe the club did some dodgy stuff so that the deal didn't go through, and De Gea's almost like, all right, you lot have messed me about. I want these wages, and this was the time when we had Woodward just giving out silly contracts anyway. So I think they gave him that deal, and now that's why Sanchez came in on such a high price because it overinflated the wages of everybody. So it's like a catalytic, not catalytic. It's like a domino effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, but catalyst made a catalyst list for all the others. That's why Pogba, they have to offer him another deal on a certain wage. Maguire
Pogba needs to look. Pogba needs to go. He needs to go.
Pogba needs to go. Yeah.
Pogba needs to go. I'm done. I think
not seen enough consistency.
It's too inconsistent. He's got to go, and I don't think it's going to get any better. You know.
Yep. Like this whole, I'm done. Yes, at first, it doesn't seem like United did him right by getting some quality around him. But when you're getting paid at those wages, we need to see more, even if you got dead players around you, bro. I'm sorry. Even if you have dead players around you, I still need to see world class. And then it just doesn't seem like and it seems like the fan base is just not into him. You know, it's another narrative that the media can use. You can use to sell papers. And it's a lot of it is not even his fault, because a lot of times he gets put under a different microscope than a lot of different players. You know, he's like, can you imagine if Pogba went to Greece and did what Maguire did?
Oh, hell no.
Sky Sport News would have done a documentary.
No. He gets unfair treatment. And you remember from the punditry, Graham Souness constantly beating that drum all the time, all the time. And he's a pundit after games. He talks so when you repeat something over and over, people start to believe, like, you know what, it might be true.
It's a narrative. Yeah, definitely.
Hey, Graham, I haven't seen him that much this season. Has he been coming to?
Because Keane's there, isn't it? He's almost and Mika Richards, they've almost become the two popular boys now. So Souness has dropped there.
Mika Richards, he's on the Champions League with Jamie Carragher and
and Rio.
Rio's not Champions League.
Yeah, BT Sports. Rio does BT Sports.
Yeah, Rio does BT Sports.
BT Sport, but Champions League, Paramount. I see Mika and Jamie Carragher and.
They do it with the girl. The mixed race girl, I forgot her name. She works for Sky.
And the mixed race girl, mixed race lady, I've forgotten her name.
Yeah.
With Thierry Henry on it as well, 3 of them.
That's a good little lineup actually. For Paramount.
But Henry sometimes comes across as too stiff. It doesn't. Seems a bit too uppity. You know?
I think maybe for Henry, I think his words hit harder because of his stature. You know, Mikal and Carragher are not at the same level. No, like if Ronaldo was in there, Ronaldo would still seem stiff, because if Ronaldo slanders somebody, it's world news the next day. So he's got to temper it back. You know? I mean, shit, man. There are memes completely. Henry turned into a meme machine because he tapped Jamie Carragher's knee when who was it that got sacked?
When he winked, yeah. I can't remember what it was.
No, but it wasn't. It was. Was he sacked for that? Okay.
Somebody had gotten sacked, and then the news broke, and then Henry was like, oh, like, you know, he tapped
Jamie Carragher's knee. Yeah. He tapped his knee like, did you see that? Yeah, I remember that. But Jamie Carragher, he spat at a fan, and he still got his job. He's kept his job for.
They looked after him.
You talking about in the car?
In the
someone in the car. Yeah.
You know what? I am of the school where if you come at somebody, stand the fuck by. You know, just because somebody's an athlete, just because somebody's a millionaire, doesn't mean you can just go and slam them. The guy pulled up to Jamie, and I'm saying this even to this is a Liverpool guy, right? He pulls up to the car, he's slandering him, right? And then when Jamie spits at him, the guy starts complaining about Jamie spit at him with his child in his car. Bro, what are you doing driving like that with your child in the car in the first place?
Exactly.
Everybody wants to worry about the reaction, not ever about what caused it in the first place.
Yes.
So
Mike Tyson
Jamie gets
on
a
the
pass
plane.
for that one.
Like the Mike Tyson on the plane.
I love that because I knew when I saw it happening and I saw it trending on Twitter, I looked at it and I looked at how the guy was behaving. I was like, I love this. Nothing's gonna happen to Mike. The world loves Mike right now, and he can't do any wrong. The same thing with
go on. Go on,
the same thing with Dave Chappelle when somebody attacked.
What was that about?
Yo,
what
they broke that dude's arm.
What the hell? What is the Will Smith? See what Will Smith has done now? Anyone can go to a comedian and start go up there and slap a comedian now. Slapacomedian.com.
I don't think I'm not sure if Will Smith did it because the guy when they spoke to the guy, it was like he was trying to bring his claim was that he was trying to bring attention to his mother's neighborhood was getting gentrified, right? And he was just trying to talk about like the worst way to get your message out.
Who are you talking about? Will Smith?
No, I'm talking about the guy that attacked.
David Chappelle.
Chappelle. Yeah. So he was trying to bring attention to it, but ain't nobody trying to hear that. You attacked Dave Chappelle, got your arm broke, and got the stomping of your life. That is the story. That's what we're running with. We're not hearing about no gentrification. It doesn't matter anymore. Exactly. It's not what you do; it's how you do it.
Exactly. Right. Let's quickly switch gears to things that are not even bothering Man United. FA Cup final this Saturday. Chelsea and Liverpool. Can Chelsea stop Liverpool's march to the treble? Joe. Chelsea, Liverpool, quickly.
I think Chelsea should be able to pull through, but I think Liverpool is more mentally strong. Anderson is going to be playing that game. Cap, you're probably going to pull through 2-1.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
A bit more.
Yeah, that's going to be at Wembley, just around the corner from me.
Are you going?
Hey, am I going?
Going?
No, it's going to be absolutely packed. 90,000 people, so the streets are going to be heaving with lots of, let's say, inebriated folk.
I can imagine. Those British fans go hard, man.
Yeah, they do. I'm going to be back. I hope Chelsea win it. But I've got a feeling Liverpool put it off because they're just steamrolling through everything, and I think they're going to put their best foot forward and try and go for that quadruple. So I think they'll probably get it, but I hope Chelsea scupper them.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I remember the Carabao Cup final. That was a great game, to be honest. And
Chelsea and Liverpool. It's going to be part two.
Yeah, was there like 4 or 5 goals ruled out for offside? I've never seen a final that entertaining. But I've got a feeling Chelsea are going to do it. Liverpool have run out of steam.
I think they're struggling at the moment.
Yeah, I think this time of the season, they don't really rotate a lot of players, and I think someone was saying that they've played every game possible this season. Like they've not had no shorter games than anyone else. So I think I think they'll end up with one title this season. It would not surprise me if Real Madrid beat them and Chelsea beat them. Right? They're getting to the point of the season where you can see it. Like Salah's not in great form. One injury to one of their players and they're struggling. So I think everyone's expecting Liverpool to win it, but I could see Chelsea pulling up a shock.
They're pulling up a shock.
They're the most what's it called? In the Pep and Klopp era, they're the most successful team. People always say Pep and Klopp, but Chelsea have won the most trophies in this era of Pep and Klopp.
You think so?
Yeah,
look at this. Champions League, they won it. They won the what's it called?
European Super Cup.
Super Cup, and then they won the what was it called?
World Club Championship.
Well, yeah, and then was Conte the last one to win the league for them? Was it Conte the last one to win the league?
Yeah, Conte won the league with Chelsea. Yes.
But it's playing Alonso and that. I don't think they've won it since then. But I think in that modern era, they're the most successful club.
Are you sure? Man City won like 4 league titles.
Over all competitions.
Over all competitions. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And they won the Champions League under that other chap they sacked straight after. What was his name? Di Matteo, yeah. So they've won it twice recently.
This guy, what do you guys think? Of late, I think Man City on a roll. I think that exit from the Champions League, they've been mercilessly destroying teams 5-0. And De Bruyne getting 4 goals yesterday against Wolves. They destroyed Wolves. Yeah. We couldn't beat Wolves. We lost to Old Trafford to Wolves 1-0.
And the worst thing you can be is the team that plays City after a bad loss.
Oh yeah,
that is absolutely the worst place you can be, man. Because they take their frustrations out on the next game, big time, man. You know.
Liverpool fans I spoke to, they said they think the title's done. That Man City have got this one. What do you guys think? Be more quickly.
Yeah, I think they have. But in terms of them bowing out of Champions League at that, such a close stage, it's like they're a wounded animal, but they're a very aggressive and strong animal, like a lion that comes back and just eats everyone up.
Yeah.
And I think
T-Rex.
they're gonna just chew everyone up now. They're gonna show them, right? Look, we didn't get our Champions League this year, but we're gonna come back fighting. And now signing with Haaland as well. My God, imagine what they're gonna be like next year with having that Viking up front. Every defense is gonna fear that Viking.
Maguire.
Maguire's gonna run.
My only hope is that I don't think Haaland is necessarily a Pep type player. He's going to have to change his game
100%
for him to be successful
in the Premier League.
And it's not the first time City has swung and a miss on some big signings. I'm hearing it takes 2 years for players to pop over at City. So all the City fans are expecting Grealish or Jackie Boy to blow up next season.
Didn't work out.
Right. They're probably gonna get rid of what's his name too, right? Jesus.
Yeah,
Jesus. Yeah, he scored 4 against. What's it 2 weeks ago? Who did he score 4 against?
Is it Watford on this? Watford, is it?
Yeah. Okay, Liverpool, Man City, title over.
Yeah, I think them going out of the Champions League, you can see
Spurs did a good job at Anfield.
Yeah, it's given him a big kick up the arse. De Bruyne, look at the form he's coming to. He's coming to form at the right time. He got injured against Real Madrid. I think he's almost taking it personally, like, oh, I got injured. I couldn't help my team. No, I'm going to make sure we win the league. So, yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I think they got a mojo, but
yeah.
I think
what about the coveted 4th position then between
Arsenal
Spurs and Arsenal?
Yeah. I was happy for Spurs yesterday. That was a good game, though. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it was a really good game. I watched it last night.
So quickly on that one, Vimo. Arsenal.
I think Spurs will take it.
You think Spurs will take it?
Yeah. They're coming strong now. I mean, it's Conte's
got a result at Anfield. They got a result at Anfield. That literally derailed Liverpool's title aspirations to a point. So most Liverpool fans were supporting Arsenal yesterday, but Tottenham just destroyed Arsenal. Like, you know what? We're not playing games with you anymore. We are not playing games.
Well, I wouldn't say they destroyed Arsenal. Arsenal gave them that game. Those 2 yellows, madness. Yeah, I don't mentally. Yeah, it doesn't seem like they still have it enough to finish strong. So
did you see the tackle, by the way, with Holding? I didn't actually see it. What happened there?
Anyone? With Son?
Yeah. Holding got sent off, no?
Yeah, it was the elbow. He elbowed Son in the neck.
Wow.
Yeah, Son was running. He was trying to get between the gaps, right? And then you just get like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, wait, you're playing for top 4.
Yeah, such a key game. So foolish.
This team has a massive disciplinary problem.
Yeah.
Time and time again, these Arsenal players lose their freaking minds it's always somebody. If it wasn't him, it was going to be Xhaka. It's always somebody.
It's
always somebody, you know. So
Kay, your thoughts. Man City, Liverpool title over?
Yeah, for me, the fact that Klopp's coming out making excuses about the way they played, that's losers mentality. Like, it shows how rattled you are. Like, someone brought up to me the other day, like, Klopp's moaned about a lot of things over the years. Like, he's moaned about the snow, he's moaned about what's it called? The humidity in a stadium. He's moaned about a lot of different things, and we haven't seen that from Klopp for a long time. So that shows me that
he's under pressure.
It's almost like accepting defeat, because they'll talk about the quadruple, and it's almost like, yeah, they got carried away with it.
He even moaned about us getting lots of penalties.
Yeah,
in the season that Bruno was scoring.
Yes, and after that, refs stopped giving us penalties. They were like,
we just stopped getting. But it works though. That's why he does it.
Mind game works. Yeah.
You know,
it's all Fergie tactics, though, isn't it? Fergie used to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I know. That's why I'm not really stressing him on it. It is, it's a little, little bitch move, but I'm not really stressing on it.
Right, gentlemen, we have come to that time of the show where we have to say goodbye. It's been a great show. We covered everything. FA Youth, we talked about Man United transfers in and out, players who should be leaving. Hopefully they leave. At least 6 can leave, at least guaranteed out. Not, we reconsider giving them extended. No, we don't need that. Just ship them out. So Ten Hag, and we just realized we have a lot of loan players returning back, which is another big problem for Ten Hag. But I hope. Last question to you guys, Joe. Just yes or no? Are you happy with Ralph spilling all the bins in the dressing room?
Yes. I'm not on the same side as Rio. Nah, man, no. Like, how long are we supposed to wait? Because I think his frustration, the only reason why he's doing that is because he doesn't think that we know what the problem is.
Yeah.
He probably thinks people are blaming, putting it on the players, putting it on him. He needs to let people know there is a business side to this that is fucked up, that is just as fucked up as what we see on the pitch, and people need to know that. And if I think he was respectful. He told the truth, and that's what we need, man. We don't need no spin. 8, 9 years of spin.
Lies and smiles. He doesn't tell you that.
I'm sick of it.
Vimo.
We needed someone to rock that boat, man. I mean, there were people there who'd been there for many years who were doing a shambolic job and looking after their jobs and covering things up. And he needs someone impartial to come in there and shake it up, and get rid of, like shaking a tree and getting out all the rotten apples.
Right.
That's what he's done, and the rotten apples are falling.
And you wanted to continue. You want him to name names too?
I want him to name names. I want him to get rid of the old guard who are destroying this club. I don't care, man. Just keep rocking that boat. Help Ten Hag out, and let's start a new era.
Right. That's the only way.
Kay, should Ralph continue or stop as it is now? Just stop, or you want him to continue?
You know what? By hook or by crook, I'm happy with what he's done. I don't know if United have, because a lot of people don't really know what his remit was. I know he was brought in to do his stuff after the consultancy, but was he coming to ruffle feathers and see who are the bad eggs and stuff like that? Like, for me, what he's done, for him to have done it so much in outy people, he's been given the license to do that. Because if they wanted to shut him up, that would have stopped.
Yeah, I think so,
We're seeing changes, even though some United fans don't appreciate it. I think in hindsight, a lot of them are going to realise this guy's saved us a lot of time, money and energy, because he's making waves and a lot of people are moving on, which wasn't happening before.
That's right.
So that's a net plus.
John Murtaugh needs to take credit for that as well, because a lot of people are thinking it's Richard Arnold, but it's John Murtaugh that's overseeing a lot of that stuff.
Right. I didn't like what Rio said, that he should not be saying everything's kept in the dressing room. You could keep it in the dressing room when your team is winning titles and you're the dominant team. But when your team is going to achieve the lowest ever points in Premier League history, we have a problem, mate. Name names, So I think Rio Ferdinand needs to just back away for now, honestly.
But Tim, do you know what it is? I get why he's saying it, because he's never been in the situation these players have been in. So for him, he's seen it from when he played with Fergie that wouldn't happen. But he's seeing it, but he's not in the thick of it. So I think it's hard for him to, because it's almost against his traditions and morals what he played in. So for him, it's like it's foreign to him. But it's too much of this old school under Fergie. We're not under Fergie anymore.
No, we're not.
We need to do things in a new way.
Yeah, that's right. He's he's in a different era. He was in an era of successful football, successful manager.
Trophies.
So then you keep it hush hush.
Year in, year out.
Yeah, then you keep it hush hush. Then you don't leak too much stuff in the dressing room because the club is working, the football is working, everything's going well.
Yes.
When it's all a shambolic disaster like we are now, then you know there are problems. So you do need someone like Rangnick to come and shake it up.
That's right.
And mind you, Rangnick didn't start leaks at United. Them players been violating for years now.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay. So I'm usually I watch Rio, his opinions. I like him. Spot on. Vibe with 5. I love
this one.
This one I was not. Yeah.
Me too.
I don't think so.
Right. Right, gentlemen. Don't
one
forget.
One more thing, Tim. You know about this guy, Hugo Schechter? You know about him, you guys?
Hugo Schechter. Where does that?
This is the guy that Ralph's brought in, and then Murto. He's the guy that's done the audit on all the stuff at United. Like, that's why we've got a lot of these people getting moved on. He's done an audit to see what's good.
What kind of audit?
As in, like, so he was at Southampton with what's his name?
Poch.
With Poch and Mitchell. So I think that's where the link with Rangnick and this guy comes from. But he's basically come in. He's done the thing on the player care group. He's looked at the medical stuff. He's looked at the player liaison. He's looked at the fitness stuff. Because I think they said our medical team, like the medical stuff we've got is amazing, but the fitness side of it and getting players back on time is crap. So that's why we're seeing a lot of people being moved on, because obviously he's come in and done like, it's almost like an Ofsted. What are you doing at school? You have Ofsted. He's done that for the United team. And the whole club hierarchy said, these guys move on, improve, keep, sort of things. That's why you see so many people losing their jobs and being moved on.
Yeah, and the thing is, I said it from the beginning, this guy's all about data. He's data-driven. He takes stats, he takes data, he churns it, and then he figures out where the problems are.
Right.
He's doing exactly what he's been brought in for.
Right.
And they said with that health check, it's over 120 aspects of the club. So it's not just one or two things. He's looking at 120 things, and he's giving it a 4-level tier rating. And then it's basically you can see the whole model and be like, this is what's crap. And it's basically a timeline of where we need to change things, basically.
So he's done an MOT on the club, hasn't he?
Basically, yeah.
MOT is like Joe. It's like when you go for your emission test to get your tag in America.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They test the car that's roadworthy.
Okay.
Is this club roadworthy?
I mean, you know, it's crazy.
We've been paying the mechanic to let us drive for years.
Ragnar the mechanic, yeah.
You know what? It's good. It's good because like we're like a struggling business that clearly have not modernized in years, and if they're not careful, I mean, I feel like we're kind of like Blockbuster right now. In the first few years when Netflix started popping, and they just ignored it like it was like a fad, where Blockbuster was supposed to be looking internally, and if we're not careful, we're gonna be put on the wayside like the same way. The same thing happens to businesses. You know, it's a little bit different because United makes money no matter how bad they are, but at some point that's gonna affect the bottom line, and I think that's what this guy's here to protect. All
right, thank you, gentlemen. It's been an absolute pleasure. Another great show tonight. Hopefully everything's going to be fine. We just keep watching how United. I'm looking for the FA Cup final to make sure Liverpool don't win it. That'll be fine with that. And just see who United sign in this transfer window's coming up, and wait for Ten Hag to say, yeah, congratulations for Ajax. They won the league title. So hope he could bring that to United in a few years' time. That'd be great. So yes.
You mean next year, right?
I won't go that far.
Last question. What's the expectation for next season?
Top 4.
Top four?
No, top
Wait, you
five.
reckon top four?
Top five.
As a minimum.
That's. I don't think we're even gonna get top four. I think we'll get top six.
Good football for me. Good
Do
football.
you know why? Because I
Yeah.
don't think we're gonna be able to shift a lot of players on. I
Yeah.
don't think we're gonna be able to shift.
And even if we're able to shift 6 players off, I'm not sure we'll be able to get the 6 players we need in.
Right. All right. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We shall be here and ready to get and give you any information and news updates from Man United. From us, Joe, thank you very much. And the UK crew, Vimal and Kay, thank you very much for joining us. See you guys soon. Don't forget.
Cheers, man.
Glory, glory, Man United. See you guys very
Let's
soon.
go.
Take care. Have a good weekend, guys.
You too.
Cheers, man.
Take care. Bye.